Hi, my name is Ryan DeAngelis here at the Guarantee RV Supercenter in Junction City, Oregon. Today I'm going to show you one that just got here. It's a 2020. It's from the future. Coachmen Catalina 293 QBCK. So it's a lot to say, but here's what you got here. It's a bunkhouse, and if you looked at a lot of the bunkhouses, you'll know there's a couple different styles. Some have the little skinny bunks, some have the wider bunks, and then some, when you go a little bit longer of a unit, you get a whole separate room for the kids in the back. That's what this one here has. So if you've been looking at a lot of this stuff, I'm going to show you some of the things on here that's different from most of what you've probably been looking at if you're looking in this price range. One thing that's different right off the bat is you're going to see you have the bigger propane bottles on all my Catalinas with the Legacy Edition package on them. So they got the two 7.5 gallon propane bottles instead of two 5s. Power tongue jack, which isn't on everything, but it's on most stuff, but you have that in here as well. You got a pass through that goes all the way across like most stuff, but it does have a door on each side, and they're both pretty big openings. Now what's a little different is you have a power awning on the outside with an LED light strip on it, but you also have LED lights underneath both sides of this unit. So that kind of light up with kind of like a ground effect type of thing, so you can see your steps in the middle of the night, and it looks pretty good. If you don't like it, you can turn it off too. But you have Bluetooth speakers with LED lights built in on the outside that can stream right off your phone. You have aluminum fender skirts. Almost every trailer, even most of the stuff I have out here, has plastic fender skirts, which is fine, you know, but the aluminum there is going to hold up a little better over time. Doesn't fade in the sun, things like that. Then you got the good old outdoor kitchen. So you got a Coleman camp grill out here you can cook right on. You have a sink with hot and cold water, and then you have a mini fridge out here as well. So on the inside, they finally started putting these $100 grab handles on them starting last year, so it's kind of nice. We always have those on all my Catalinas now. And then these newer steps that are kind of getting really popular. You're starting to see it on probably more than half the units out there now, so they're kind of catching on. But you got that bottom step on the ground at all times. It's not just kind of hovering and dangling down there. We got to swing around as you're grabbing on. It's a very, very solid step. Right when you walk in, you got a storage area right here that's big enough to fit a garbage can. A lot of trailers don't really have a good spot for it, or they put a shelf there so your garbage can's about this big. This one here is right by the door. It's easy to take out, and that's kind of a little thing, but it's something that's missing in a lot of stuff. Now you got a 32-inch TV that comes with the Legacy Edition package that pulls out and tilts and swivels. You got your AM, FM, CD, DVD player, but also electric fireplace. So if you're plugged in, you can kind of use that. It'll heat up this little area pretty quickly, and you don't have to use a bunch of propane. So you have your sofa in this one, which isn't just a jackknife. We order pretty much all these that have the Legacy Edition with the tri-fold sofa, so that folds out into an entire bed. You have a U-shaped dinette, so it makes another bigger bed. There's a lot of storage underneath it, but also there's a good area to sit a lot of people around it. Now all tabletops, kitchen countertops, bathroom counters, everything that's a surface in a Coachmen product is always going to be seamless, so there's no T-molding on any of this stuff. Also, all Coachmen products, Catalina, Apex, Freedom Express, a lot of stuff that we carry as well, tongue and groove plywood in the floor instead of a bunch of particle board like 80% of the industry. So they switched a couple years ago to the rail tile backsplash and a glass range cover. You have 3 burners on your range, and you also have an oven with a window you can kind of see in. 2-door Norcold fridge. Not a little dinky fridge. Then you have your bathroom in here. You actually have some counter space in this one too. Then instead of just having the 2 bunks that are in the back like a lot of these have that are all in the living room, basically all in one big thing, you have a separate room, and on the 293 there's a door that actually closes the kids' bedroom. There's a lot of storage closets in these as well. You've got 3 bunks basically that you can set up to have quite a few people sleep in there. Also, you got this couch type futon deal that folds out to another bed down here, and that's probably your biggest and your most comfortable bed in here. They got LED lights back here, air conditioning is ducted, there's a spot for the TV and all the hookups back here as well, and a whole bunch of room for clothes and different stuff like that. Alright, tandem axle. If you've been looking at Catalinas for a while, you'll notice it's probably the best looking wheel they've done in a long time. So it's not quite as fancy, but they're also not doing a lot of stuff on these to jack the price up and make this thing 40-something grand. So you have full-size spare tire on the back, backup camera prep where you can actually buy one off Amazon or something. A couple screws pop out, 1 plug, and you'll do it all through like Wi-Fi, and without having to cut a bunch of holes or run any wiring or anything through for that. Now all my Coachmens here, they have rack and pinion slide systems too. So when you're looking at the Catalinas, all these big heavy slides where you have a lot of weight, you have a couch and a U-shaped dinette, you can have like 8 people sitting in there. Everybody can average 200 plus. The rack and pinion slide system is your most reliable, the 3 different slides, and it's also the best for supporting a lot of people in a bigger slide like this has. So that makes a big difference. There's a lot of cable slides out there, they're cheaper and they're lighter, but you kind of get what you pay for, especially when it comes to the slides. So you got your outdoor shower here with hot and cold water with an extendable hose that can hook in here. All your water connections and your power cord all in one spot. All your dump stations very easy to get to. It's not tucked under the slide. Here, aluminum fender skirts, but don't forget you got LED lighting underneath these. That looks pretty sharp when you light it up. This isn't that heavy. It's half-ton towable. It's not short by any means, but it's not your longest, biggest trailer. I got much bigger ones than this. So it's kind of right in between. It's about as small as you can really get away with if you're gonna have that separate room in the back there. You can go a little bit shorter in these and they'll have the bunks that are kind of still in the living room, but if you want that actual separation, kind of be able to close the door on the kids, you know, and when it's time to put them to bed, it's kind of a good way to go there without having to get real long. There's a bunch of other stuff on here I'd like to show you and a lot of similar units to this, so give me a call when you can. My number is 541-525-4001. My name is Ryan DeAngelis from the Guarantee RV Supercenter in Junction City, Oregon. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.